It's been Gaza's deadliest day in 15 years, and 2 million Palestinians living there are now bracing for what's to come. Israel has formally declared a state of war. Well, Israel launched another airstrike on Gaza soon after sunrise on Monday. The bombardment has killed 413 Palestinians in just 2 days. Among them, 78 were children. Israeli airstrikes have hit the besieged Palestinian enclave from all sides. It's now amassing troops near the Gaza-Israel border, and that includes 100,000 reservists. Well, in Israel, the death toll from Hamas's military operation has now surpassed 700. Many more are still missing, and gun battles have continued in at least 4 flashpoints in southern Israel. Meanwhile, Hamas fired a barrage of rockets from Gaza. A building in Ashkelon was hit. And a senior Hamas official has confirmed that they've captured more than 100 Israelis and taken them into Gaza. The spokesman from the Qassam brigades has vowed to continue the fight.
We announce that a number of our fighters today were able to take a new group of enemy prisoners that were moved to Gaza. Our fighters have also reported some cases where the enemy caused the death of some of the captives. Praise to our heroic people who is seeking freedom and causing pain and defeat to the enemy.
So Israeli airstrikes have continued throughout the night. Tell us what's been happening, Tariq.
Well, just to this current moment, the level and the speed of the Israeli airstrikes inside the Gaza Strip has remarkably intensified during the last couple of hours. Various areas inside the Gaza Strip were severely destructed and were struck by the Israeli air forces without any previous notes or warnings. We can say that the majority of these buildings were inhabitable. It means that 90% of the buildings were full of people, and the exact number of deaths and casualties are not yet being known due to the inability of the medical teams to reach and access to these places as well. It's important to mention that some towns in the Gaza Strip, in particular like Beit Hanun town, has witnessed a non-stopping bombardment for more than an hour. Nobody in the Gaza Strip can know what is the exact number of destruction and even the casualties rates inside the town of Beit Hanun due to the inability to access or to reach the city. The majority of its roads were completely destroyed, and even it's full of air drones that from time to another are targeting and attacking different buildings inside the city. As I've mentioned before in previous coverages, like the Israeli army right now is adopting and applying the principle of fire belt, in which they are trying to walk according to the principle of burned land inside the Gaza Strip as a facilitation to the Israeli ground invasion. As you can clearly hear in the background now, the sound of bombardments in the Gaza Strip continue without stopping. The Gaza Strip sky is full of Israeli fighter jets and Israeli drones that target the Gaza Strip from time to another. Now, in retaliation to these ongoing attacks, the Palestinian militants relaunched barrages of rockets towards the Israeli settlements, and the situation is deteriorating. Now, the exact number of the current attacks and casualties is still unknown due to the level of and the rhythm of the attacks that are carried out now inside the Gaza Strip. Now, according to the latest updates, 24 Palestinians were killed during the past hours, and dozens others were wounded till this current moment.
Tariq, let me just jump in there. Yeah, we heard some of those explosions as we're talking to you live. What's been happening to the people who've been displaced by the fighting? Where are they going? Who's taking care of them?
Right, now the majority of displaced people, they tend to United Nations affiliated schools where they receive medical treatment and even humanitarian aids in order to survive as well. It's worth mentioning that the majority of those people received warnings to evacuate the houses because the majority of the houses are adjacent to the borders, and the majority of eastern towns and eastern border villages have received such kinds of warnings to evacuate. Now, it's important also to say that the capacity of the United Nations schools are full, and the number of displaced people is increasing from time to another according to the level of shellings that take place in the Gaza Strip.
All right, Tariq Abu Azum live for us there in Gaza. Tariq, thank you. Stay safe, won't you? Thank you.